If you are new to Wilmington, if you've been here a while from Delaware, you've probably driven up 1, or you've driven by 295 and the giant Mary statue, and you've wondered, who's Mike? And why does he love Harley Davidson so much? Mike Schwartz is a graduate of the University of Delaware. He's the creator of the Mike famous Harley Davidson brand. He purchased the dealership in 1994 when it was then known as Harley Davidson of Wilmington. It started with just 5 employees, and he bought a 6-acre Howard Johnson's on I-295 at the base of the Delaware Memorial Bridge. I love the fact that he received a preservation award from the Newcastle County Historic Review Board for the preservation of Howard Johnson's registration hut. The state-of-the-art facility he had was known as Disneyland for Harleys, the world's first and only Harley-Davidson dealership, themed restaurant, and roadside Americana museum complex. Since then, he has diversified. He's sold off the Mikes. He still has motorcycle dealerships, and he still has a Honda dealership. He also has his hand in real estate. Here to speak to you tonight about his latest venture and the future of 2nd and LOMA, please welcome, he's famous, Mike Schwartz.
Thank you. In March 2010, when Chris Winburn came to me and said that Ship's Tavern Muse was available for sale, I almost dropped the email in the trash can. You see, there were no ships, there were no taverns, and what the hell is a muse? The only thing down there were tumbleweeds. However, when I went down there, we had 4 tenants on the lower level out of 20, and the upstairs had a 30% vacancy rate. We were buying an entire block, 26 contiguous buildings from 2nd to 3rd, from Market to Shipley, the entire block. Recently, though, a $25 million historic renovation had been done to the interiors and the exteriors just a few years ago, so everything was virtually brand new. 86 apartments, 20 units downstairs, ripe for rentals. The out-of-town developers didn't know the local market. My partner, Chris, did. So I was starting to get that feeling again. You see, back in 1994, I bought a little hole-in-the-wall Harley dealership. But by the mid-2000s, this little Wilmington dealership was the largest selling Harley dealership in the world. So I figured if I could do this Harley thing, I could figure this Muse thing out. So we immediately bid a no contingency offer with a 2-week close. And on April 7th, 2010, a year ago today, the property was ours. We won the bid. Acronyms are cool. Soho in New York, Tribeca. You ever hear of Dumbo? These are places that people want to live in New York, okay? Dumbo, by the way, that's down under Manhattan Bridge overpass. Some call it Brooklyn. So what is LOMA? LOMA is a lower market design district right here. And like the meatpacking district in New York, pioneers like students and artists go there for the architecture and for the vibe. And generally, because it's the only place they can afford. And then we would rebrand the block. We would hire the folks at Archer Group and Lee Michaels, and they knew a little bit about LOMA. So we would decide to call our asset the Lofts and Shops at 2nd and LOMA, with new banners, a new look, and attention to our building. Where am I here? Sorry about that. Okay. There we go. So, with attention to our building, we would anchor the block with mainstream restaurants. We already had Subway downstairs, but we needed these anchors on the 2nd and 3rd block. Preferably a pizza place and sports bar. Extreme Pizza on one corner on 2nd Street and in the coffee shop on 3rd, where nearby workers, residents, and students from Del Tech could come enjoy a place to eat and drink. But we also needed to light up the downstairs, create amenities downstairs for our customers upstairs and for the surrounding community as a whole. And then we would bring the design to the design district, okay? We needed to walk the talk. Photographers like Studio on Market, Voltran Marketing, Element Architects, Two Fish Internet Design, Dimension Clothing, Film Brothers, Babe Salon would take a second space, and we just signed a new Indian restaurant today. Business is booming. The apartments upstairs, they were easy. They were loft style with oversized windows, exposed brick, and no 2 units are the same. This is the epitome of urban living. The apartments started filling up quickly, and soon Visions and the Wilmington Police Department would move into 217 North Market Street. So we have this pinball thing going on. When we opened our new leasing office, we used architects The floor guy, the framer, Two Fish became our internet designer who caters with LOMA Coffee. Extreme Pizza hosts the Art Loop and hires the young barista musicians for our mixers. So we bounce all over the place with all the people downstairs, and we all support each other. So the end result, we've even exceeded our own expectations. A year later, only one space remains downstairs, and we have a waiting list for the apartments upstairs. Sorry, but we're sold out. For those who said people wouldn't live or work down there, they were wrong, and we have hundreds of customers who would tell you otherwise. Are you familiar with the theory of the tipping point? Well, the old Phillies at Veterans Stadium and the new Phillies at Citizens Bank Park are the same Phillies. Well, we have better pitching. However, Citizens Bank Park was the tipping point, and so is the Queen Theater. I like my donuts filled with something. With the uptown area, the offices anchored by Bacini, and us anchoring the downtown area at 2nd and Loma, the Queen Theater now provides the best part of the donut, the middle, with all the creamy, sweet surprises inside. The Queen. What community could really be called a destination without the arts and the culture? With this world-class venue, we have the opportunity to attract not just people in this community, but people from outside of the community, and maybe people with peanut butter and jelly on Saturday mornings. Now it's your turn. At the ceremony on Friday, one of the dignitaries said that the Queen is a gift to the community. Now it's your turn to do your job. Come to the Queen and bring a friend. In the Harley world, we like to say it's not the destination, it's the journey. I say it is the destination. It's Loma Coffee, it's Babe Salon, it's Extreme Pizza, it's Del Tech, it's DCAD, it's the artists, it's the musicians, it's the Queen Theater, it's the destination. It's the Lower Market Design District, and it's spelled L-O-M-A. Everybody on three. 1, 2, 3. L-O-M-A. Loma! I'm Mike Schwartz, and thank you for supporting the Loma community tonight. Can I have Hal come out here real quickly? Hal, are you around? There we are. Okay. So how does everybody feel about the Queen Theater? Is this place awesome or what? I mean, if you take this guy's shirt off, you're going to see an S on it for Superman. Okay, so here's the deal. We've all been fans of the WXPN for many, many years, and I didn't know Hal, but have been a fan. So here's a guy from Philadelphia, okay, who comes down here about 3 years ago, and he invests his life into this place, literally, his money into this place, literally, and his heart and soul into this place. And I recently found out that he just happened to move downtown, Wilmington, of course, okay? So I just felt, I've gotten to know Hal very closely over the last few months, and I do not have the right to give him the keys to the city, but I do have the right to give him the keys to 2nd and Loma. So at this point, I'm going to present what we would say, and I'll just read the little logo here. These are the keys to 2nd and Loma, to World Cafe Live, at the Queen Theater, and our friend and king, Hal Real, your friends at 2nd and Loma. Thank you very much, Hal.
Awesome, Mike. Thank you so much.